My name is Andy Hernandez. Today I have Willis McGahee in studio. Nevin Shapiro. Nevin Shapiro put out an episode and talked about a situation that Willis is going through with the University of Miami. So I reached out to Willis because I think it's important for Willis to come out and give his side of the story, because there's a lot of speculation with the story. Nevin's perspective is that he was standing up for a friend, and Nevin comes with a lot of labels, and we had a conversation. I said, I think you need to come on and give your side of the story, so have at it.
Well, Willis McGahee right here. Of course, everybody knows about what's going on with me in the University of Miami. As of right now, I am not allowed to participate with the alumni at the University of Miami, meaning sideline passes, game tickets, practices, or whatnot, because of my association with Nevin. Me and Nevin, well, let me say this. I've known Nevin for over 25 years. Of course, everybody knows Nevin's my living scholar, which they put me on to Nevin that way, meaning University of Miami. When I got to the University of Miami, he's the one who paid for my scholarship or whatnot, so I was allowed to be around Nevin. All this news about Nevin's trying to tear the program down, he is not trying to tear the program down. He is actually a Miami Hurricane fan, groupie. He loves everything about the University of Miami. It's just the fact that what happened to me, he kind of took it to heart, and he wanted to say something about it, but I kept telling him, hold on, which I should have done first, and then he could have came behind me and said it.
Right.
But everything is true. I'm not allowed to be around the sidelines or practices because of my association with Nevin.
And when did this start? Like, how did this process go? Did they call you in and say, hey, we have some concerns, or was this just a drastic measure by the university and they hit the nuke button and they just started, denying you access?
I think they got scared because I was on the podcast with Nevin more than one time. I think the following was growing, and they just they holding it against him for what he's done in the past.
Right. But I'm saying, with you, how did they address the situation with you?
With me?
Did they give you a phone call, say, hey, Willis, we want you to come in, we have some concerns? Like, how did the University of Miami address this concern with you? But by the way, I understand their concern as a university, right? Like, I understand that they got to protect their brand, but how did they handle it with you?
Well, it all started at Florida State. I didn't have a ticket there. Shout out to Peter Ward. Peter Ward hooked me up, so I was with the FSU people.
They brought you in.
Yeah, Peter Ward took great care of me at Doak Stadium. I appreciate you, Dub. Appreciate that. And but yeah, started at Florida State. I went to go get I went to ask for my ticket, and they said no, I didn't have a ticket. I brushed it off, wasn't worried about it, Maybe I didn't let them know I was coming.
Right.
I get it. I let that slide. Turn around, come down to Louisville. I'm trying to get my content out there, so I'm doing that right now. I'm sort of new to this, and when it was time to go to the ticket counter, I went down there and I was told they was not allowed to give me a ticket. And I'm telling my head, what kind of high school shit this is? They're not allowed to give me a ticket. I'd rather just say no, you can't come in. So I end up texting somebody on the staff what was going to happen, and then I got a phone call that Monday saying they'd like me to come down and meet with the AD.
Okay. So you met with the AD?
Met with the AD.
How did that conversation go?
AD was cool. He was. It seemed like he was more trying to see what the situation was going on, because apparently it's from the higher powers. I don't know if it's the president or the alumni association or whatnot, but it's from the higher powers that they have some concerns about me and Nevin hanging out, or me being around Nevin,
Right.
or whatnot. And I was just like, I'm a grown man. Like, how do you tell a man he can't hang with another person?
Right.
Regardless of what the guy did. The guy did his time. It's over with. I haven't seen him trying to tear the University of Miami down. He's not trying to get in contact with no players that's playing right now. We got other former players that's cool with him, you know. But I guess it's the problem with me hanging around.
Did they specify why the problem is with you?
I was told that because of my, I'm gonna say leverage, because of my leverage with the fans and the schools and the players, that's the issue. If I was anybody else, it would have been all right.
Right. Right. Yeah, because there's a lot of former players that go on his show, have relationships with him, but this hasn't been an issue. You got pretty much called into the principal's office for the relationship. And so let me get this right. So they denied your tickets at Florida State. They denied your tickets at Miami. Then they call you on a Monday morning, and then you go meet with them. So they never called you before the denial of those tickets, correct?
No, never.
Seems drastic, in my opinion. I think
it is too. You know, I mean, I think it's you know, man, it is what it is, bro.
Right.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and lose no sleep about it.
Right.
I'm a grown man.
Right.
I hang around who I want to hang around. I'm not getting paid to be on the sideline. I'm on the sideline because I want to be on the sideline.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can go sit in the suite with some of my BMG friends
Right.
and not have to worry about it. But that's how they want to handle it. They handle it. I'm a kid from Miami, born and raised in Miami. Went to Highland Elementary, Miami Springs Middle, Miami Springs Senior, Miami Central. Homegrown.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's how they're going to treat it, then they treat it like that.
What do you say to the fan base that says, you know what, we agree with the decision because Mario, and I saw one comment, Mario's drawing a line, and if you're not with us, you're against us, and Nevin's not a part of this program, and Nevin hurt the program. What's your message to those fans?
Well, I'm going to say it like this. Because I'm with Nevin, I'm against you guys, but I'm the same guy who broke a leg, lost $30 million for the University of Miami, played for the University of Miami both championships, starting fullback, starting running back, and you say, I'm against the program. When these coaches are gone, my name will still be in the hallways at the University of Miami. When I'm gone, they'll still be in the hallways at the University of Miami. So the program, shit, I think I am the program. How about that?
I mean, I just can't see in another program a Tim Tebow being denied because of his association with whoever, a Deion Sanders at Florida State, even though he has his issues with Florida State right now and
Right.
they've been at it. I don't think they would
Do it like
deny
that. Yeah.
entrance to their greatest player to ever play. You arguably have had the best offensive season ever at the University of Miami. You're a legend and a great. And this is just my opinion, looking at it from the outside in and from the information that you've provided to me. I think they didn't handle it the best possible way. And I understand their concerns. I really do. Like,
Right.
I run businesses. I know that you have to protect the brand, the integrity of the brand. I've had many conversations with Nevin. His intention is not to hurt the University of Miami. Sure, he goes at the coaching staff a lot because he in his mind, he wants to see better for the program from a wins and loss perspective. And I think that's where a lot of his emotion gets caught up. And I think when this happened, he wanted to stick up for a person that he cares and loves for, you know, and that's what he did. And I think you should have come out first, and then he could have had his opinion. But it is what it is. We're here today.
Yeah.
And you know, where does this situation go from now? Like, what's your feeling towards the situation? Do you see this situation being fixed? How do we move forward from this?
How do we move forward from this?
Yeah.
Well, I was just giving an ultimatum: either I hang around him, don't have access, or don't have access and hang around him. I mean,
But what does hang around mean? Like being seen on social media with him?
yeah, being seen on social media, being on the podcast, doing stuff like this.
So how are they going to gauge it? Are they going to see, okay, you haven't done it for 3 months, so we're going to give you access today? Like, how are they gauging that?
Well, they're watching.
Well, that's
watching.
a fact. That is a fact.
I mean, they're watching.
Right.
What can I say? I guess.
Right. Yeah, there's been a lot of comments that have gotten back to us and me. I'm running in these circles, and I have a lot of conversations with a lot of different people, and they are watching. And the question that I have is, why? You should be focused on winning football games and not what Nevin Shapiro has to say about the University of Miami, in my honest opinion.
Hey, man, look. I say this. I don't mean to jump off topic, but
Yeah.
On Nevin's behalf, he's a stand-up guy, man. He's cool. He's going to go hard for you in the paint.
Right.
You know what I mean? If he's with you, he's with you. It just so happened he's with me, and I'm with him. I mean, at the end of the day, we're working on something bigger than this podcast. And hopefully everything goes right, and then everybody will see.
Right.
But until then, just going to keep grinding, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an unfortunate situation. I hope that the administration, coaching staff, whoever made this decision, because we don't have clarity on that, we can only assume where this is coming from. But I hope that they do the right thing by you, because it's what you deserve. You almost lost a leg. You lost $30 million. I know how much you love the University of Miami because we have had many conversations on how you love this program, the shit talking that you have given me about the program.
That's right.
You stand on the University of Miami. You are the University of Miami. You have that pride for the University of Miami. And I hate how they handled this. And I think they could have gone about it a better way and brought you in and say, hey, we have these concerns. How can we work through this process to make sure that the university is protected, the brand is protected, the integrity of the university is protected? Because I understand the concerns. I run multiple businesses.
Right.
And I'm always trying to protect the brand, right? How do we protect the brand? And I understand the concerns. I just think that from the information that you have provided me, I don't think it was handled the best way possible.
No, it wasn't. I mean, like I said, it really didn't come from the AD. It came from the powers above, whoever that is.
Right. Right.
We don't know who the powers above are, so
Yeah.
until I meet the power above, I don't think we can come to anything.
Right. Right. Where do you want to see the program? I know your situation is one thing, but where do you want to see this program and where it's heading and the trajectory of where it's going?
I want to see the program back winning, man. And, I'm happy for these guys right now. I'm a big Carson Beck fan.
I know you have been on them.
Yeah. And,
even after the 4 interceptions?
Even after the 4 interceptions. Hey, man, it happens.
Right. Yeah, it's part of playing the game.
That's like when I played my season.
Yeah.
I knew an injury was coming. Everything's not going to be perfect. Carson Beck, Malachi Tony. I love those guys, great players. I mean, I want the program to be back to how it was when I was playing. That might be asking for a lot.
Right.
But to get back into that motion, man, just start winning slowly, win the ACC, college football playoffs, and just go from there. Hopefully, everything ends out good this year and doesn't go south like it did last year.
Yeah. Yeah, they got their destiny, right in front of them, and I think, from where the programmer is at and where it's at today, it's night and day.
Yeah.
You see it on the field, you see the talent on the field. Now it's got to translate into wins and winning a conference championship and making a run here in the playoffs. But I know where your heart's at, man. I know you love this university. We've had, man, like I said, multiple conversations about it, and I think this will get fixed. I think that Miami will do the right thing. I think that you will do the right thing, and we can, you guys can move forward through this process. So is there any last parting words you have for the fan base or for the administration?
Well, yeah. At the end of the day, I'm a Hurricane to the day I die. Never gonna change. Best team to ever do it in college football history. They can't take that away from us. Can't take it away from me. To the fans who with us, who with me, appreciate you, love you. To the ones who think otherwise, damn. It is what it is. I'm still gonna be me. I'm still repping the U. I got my slippers on. That's not gonna change. Yeah, I'm just gonna be Willis, man. I'm not gonna change for nobody, and nobody's not gonna give me an ultimatum on how I handle my personal life when it's not affecting you at all.
Makes sense, man. Well, I appreciate you coming on and giving your side of the story. I think it was important for you to voice what happened and to give your perspective, to give clarity to the situation.
For sure.
So, sometimes people hide behind other people, and you're a man. You came on here, you said what you had to say, and let bygones be bygones.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lose no sleep at all. I mean, if you don't know me, you're going to know me now.
Well, anyways, man, thanks for coming on, and yeah, hopefully we can move past this.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right.